is Wednesday, Matthew chapter 10 today, and we are continuing to look at Jesus' ministry. And he actually, this chapter, it tells us about the 12 apostles, and they are sent out with marching orders. And their orders are to go nowhere among the Gentiles and enter no town of the Samaritans. So their ministry, the apostles' ministry, was to the Jews, and specifically said to the lost sheep of Israel. And they are to go, and their job is to proclaim the kingdom of heaven is near, heal the sick, raise the dead, cleanse the lepers, cast out the demons, and find places that will accept you, stay, and if a place will not accept you, it says to shake off the dust from your feet, and that there'll be judgment for those folks. So they are given their marching orders, the apostles, and Jesus warns them in verses 16 and following that there will be persecution. So don't go and expect everything is going to go really, really well, that there will be trouble, and if they persecuted him, they will certainly persecute them, and tells them to have no fear, that God loves them, even the hairs on their head are numbered. So he knows and loves them intimately, and then ends the chapter with rewards, that if you're faithful to God, there will be a reward of some type, and we aren't exactly sure what those rewards will be. But I skipped over a hard section that causes a lot of trouble in verses 34 through 39. And it says, "Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword." And there's a lot written on this, and the overall message of Jesus is that he is the Prince of Peace. So a lot of discussion what this passage means, and I don't know that I totally have come to an understanding of it, but what I think is most logical is that this sword is an image. It is not a literal sword. It's an image for there will be division, that there are two sides. You're on the side of what Jesus is teaching about this new kingdom, or you are against it. That there's really no middle ground. There is a division. And if you think back to Peter at the garden cutting off the ear, and Jesus saying, "Hey, I didn't come to bring a sword. I didn't come to fight." And yet he says, "I've not come to bring peace, but a sword." So it does make sense in the context that the disciples are to go out, share this message. If they're not welcome, they're to leave. God is with them, to not be fearful, but to understand there will be persecution, and there will be division, and that the message of this new kingdom will pit family members against family members. That's how divisive this message can be, that it's either you're for me, you're for Jesus, or you're against Jesus. So something we need to understand today as well, that not everybody will accept the message of Jesus. So starting to lay the ground of there's going to be conflict, there's going to be division, there's going to be good versus evil, and we will see that the rest of the book, that eventually leads to the crucifixion of Jesus. So an interesting chapter, to say the least, and I hope the Spirit is speaking to you as you read, and just to go with courage, to go understanding that things won't always go necessarily well, but that God loves you to have no fear, and that God rewards faithfulness. So have a great day. We're getting into Matthew chapter 11 tomorrow. So let me know if you have any questions, or if you are, if you're reading this, what you're learning. I'd appreciate that. So have a fantastic day and be faithful. God bless.